they have to kill me. My blood is now halal, which means that because I am now a Christian, I'm from a Muslim background, it's an honor. If they love God more than me, they have to do this. And I'm fighting for my life. You guys don't understand. They don't understand.
What did your father say to you?
He said he would kill me.
In July, 17-year-old Rifqa Bary ran away from her home in Columbus, Ohio in fear of her life. She claims that her Muslim father discovered her conversion to Christianity and threatened to kill her. In this interview conducted by an Orlando TV station, Bary says that if she hadn't left when she did, she would no longer be alive.
They want me back home. I can't go back to Ohio. You guys don't understand that community. That like, I will die within a week. Like, my life is at stake.
Are Bary's claims legitimate? And whose religious freedom is really at stake here? The girls or her parents? This is Brooke Butler for Christ in the Culture, where kingdoms collide. Under Sharia law, there is a little-known practice referred to as honor killing. This right grants male Muslims the power to take the life of a family member who has brought, quote, dishonor on their heritage. Women are commonly targeted for offenses such as adopting Western culture or apostasy from the Islamic faith. The United Nations estimates that there are around 5,000 so-called honor killings worldwide every year. And this is not just an Eastern problem.
Fathers and brothers murdering daughters and sisters.
Last year, Fox News produced a documentary entitled Murder in the Family: Honor Killings in America, highlighting the tragic tale of victims of this practice in the United States. However, nothing has managed to draw as much attention to the issue as the plight of the teenage Bary, who has made national headlines with her public pleas for mercy.
So what do you want at this point now?
I want to be free from my parents. I want to be free. I want to worship Jesus. I want to go to church on Sundays and read my Bible and say Jesus is alive whenever I want to. You guys talk about religious freedom? No, I don't have that. I want to be here and I want to worship Jesus freely. That's what I want. I don't want to die.
The Barys immigrated to the U.S. from Sri Lanka in 2000 and have continued to remain faithful to Islam, requiring their children to attend the local mosque. Bary became a Christian 4 years ago, but hid her faith from her family in fear. Her secret was exposed when her community discovered a Christian post on Facebook and alerted her father. Bary says that he immediately reacted with violence.
He confronted me and I had a laptop, and he took that laptop and he waved it in the air and he was about to beat me with it. And he said, you know, if you have this Jesus in your heart, you're dead to me. You're not my daughter. I refused to speak, but he said, I will kill you. Tell me the truth. So I knew that I had to get away.
After experiencing repeated threats, Bary ran to a church a few weeks later, where she fasted and prayed before hitchhiking to a local bus station. From there, she made the 27-hour ride to Orlando, Florida, to connect with Pastor Blake and Beverly Lorenz, whom she had met through a prayer chain on Facebook. The Lorenz family housed her for 3 weeks before she was discovered and taken into custody by the Florida State Department of Children and Family. Though Bary expressed a strong desire to remain with her foster family, Florida courts ordered her to return to Ohio. She is currently awaiting trial to determine whether or not she will be returned to her family. However, as always, there are two sides to the coin. Both of the girl's parents vehemently deny all of her death threat claims and say that they desire nothing more than to have their daughter returned to them. In an interview, Mr. Bary says that he believes the evangelicals have coached their daughter on what to say and fears that the Lorenzes are using her to, quote, do their dirty work. He says that he would gladly allow Rifqa to practice Christianity if she would return to their home.
I want her to know that I have no problem in whatever faith she has. That's not the issue here. We came in as a family and want to have as a part of our family. She can practice whatever she believes in my house. I have no problem. We continuously said that. And after all, she's a small young girl. We love her. We want her as a family. My wife, we all were kind of disheartened for what happened. We couldn't believe why she left, first of all.
But there is another issue on trial here. Michael Ramey, Director of Communication and Research for ParentalRights.org, stresses that though a desire for the girl's safety is always the number one priority, it is important not only to recognize the religious freedom of Rifqa, but of her parents.
I think from the angle of a religious freedom standpoint, what Christians need to keep in mind is that assuming that Rifqa is safe, assuming that her parents are just looking to practice their religion, Christians need to support that for Muslim parents, the same as for Christian parents. If it's just a matter of religious practice and we allow the government to take that right away from Muslim parents, it's only a matter of time before they take it away from Christian parents as well.
Ramey notes that the freedom of a parent to educate their children in the religion of their choice is a fundamental American right. Ramey says that the right of Muslim American parents to force their children to attend mosque cannot be separated from the right of American Christians to force their children to attend church.
So regardless of your religious approach, your religious background, as Americans, we're all in this together, assuming again that the child is safe. We're all in this together, and we have to stand together, regardless of which religious angle those particular parents hold, Christian, Muslim, Jewish, whatever. Because if the government can take away kids based on your religious beliefs or religious backgrounds when there's no threat or danger to the child, then it won't stop at Muslims or at Jews. It will be all of us, and that includes the Christian listeners too.
Ramey says that in this case, the rubber meets the road simply with the facts. He believes the court will and should side with the party who is simply telling the truth. The Bary's dependency hearing is scheduled for December 22nd. A rally is being held in honor of Rifqa across the street from the Franklin County Courthouse in Columbus, Ohio, where the trial is being held. So ultimately, what's the truth here? In John, Christ promises to believers that they shall know the truth, and that the truth shall set them free. Sounds like something we should all be praying for. This is Brooke Butler for Christ in the Culture.